In November 1970, on a cold and misty morning near Bergen, Norway, a father and his two daughters set out for a hike in the Isdal Valley. What they discovered that day would haunt Norway for decades. Among the rocks lay the burned body of a woman. She carried no identification. The labels on her clothes had been cut away, her fingerprints were erased. And the strangest part, no one has ever been able to figure out who she was. Today, we are diving deep into one of Europe's most chilling unsolved mysteries, the Isdal Woman case. On the 29th of November 1970, the family noticed a strange smell of burning in the valley. Following the scent, they came across a horrifying scene, a woman's body badly burned lying among rocks. When police arrived, they found several strange items at the scene: an empty bottle of liquor, burned clothes, a few sleeping pill containers, and traces of gasoline. At first glance, it seemed like suicide, but the deeper investigators looked, the more bizarre it became. Police attempted to identify the woman, yet there were no personal documents, no passport, no wallet. Her clothing was odd. All the labels had been carefully removed. Her teeth showed dental work from multiple countries, and most shockingly, her fingerprints had been deliberately removed with chemicals. Whoever this woman was, someone had taken extraordinary measures to erase her identity. But why? Investigators began checking local hotels in Bergen. To their surprise, the woman had stayed in several hotels across the city in the weeks before her death. But here's the catch. She had used at least 9 different fake identities, each with a different name, nationality, and background. Witnesses described her as well-dressed, elegant, and always alone. Some recalled that she spoke German with a Swiss accent. Others claimed she spoke fluent French. It was as if she was constantly changing roles, living multiple lives at once. At a nearby train station, 2 suitcases linked to the woman were found. Inside, police discovered clothing, wigs, makeup, and personal items. But the most unusual find was a notebook filled with coded notes. When deciphered, the codes appeared to reference train journeys and travel routes across Norway. She had clearly been traveling frequently, perhaps following someone or being followed herself. But for what purpose and by whom? The timing of this case is crucial. It was the height of the Cold War. Norway, as a NATO member, was strategically important, especially for monitoring Soviet activities in the Arctic. Bergen, the city where the woman was last seen, was near several military installations and missile testing sites. Witnesses later claimed the woman had been spotted near these restricted areas. All of this fueled speculation that she was a spy, operating under deep cover. But if she was a spy, then who killed her? Was it her enemies or her own side silencing her to protect secrets? The autopsy revealed high levels of sleeping pills in her system, along with carbon monoxide poisoning. Her body had been severely burned, though investigators debated whether the fire happened before or after her death. This left room for several competing theories. 1. Suicide. Some believed she took her own life, overwhelmed by circumstances we may never understand. 2. Espionage murder. Others argue she was an intelligence agent who knew too much and was killed to erase all traces of her identity. 3. Criminal networks. Another possibility is that she was connected to smuggling or organized crime, silenced for reasons unknown. But none of these theories have ever been proven. The case exploded in Norwegian media at the time, with headlines speculating about spies, secret agents, and government cover-ups. Yet as months passed, the trail went cold. Decades later, the BBC and Norwegian broadcaster NRK reopened the case using modern forensic methods. DNA testing suggested the woman may have been of Eastern European origin. But once again, no match was ever found. The Isdal woman remains nameless. More than half a century has passed, and yet the mystery endures. Who was she? Why was she in Norway? And who wanted her identity erased forever? The Isdal Woman case is still open and still unsolved. So what do you think? Was she a spy, a victim, Or someone hiding secrets we'll never uncover? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more real unsolved mysteries and true crime stories.